going on, fellow Rick and Morty fans, and welcome to yet another fan theory with your host, as always, KMACK time. And if you guys aren't already subscribed, then be sure to hit that subscribe button to get all of my latest Rick and Morty content in your sub boxes daily. But with that out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into today's theory, which was inspired by a post by the Reddit user called Chip Dip Chris, so big thank you to him. And anyway, now if you remember in a recent episode called Rick Mancing the Stone, Rick spent the entire episode trying to get his hands on Isotope 322.
Isotope 322. This stuff's so powerful, Morty. It makes Isotope 465 look like Isotope 317.
Yeah. Is it powerful enough to keep those guys from murdering us?
But what does Isotope 322 actually do? Well, we later see in the episode it can serve as a massive power source. Rick even rigged up a small chunk of it to power the entire town that they were living in when they were with Hemorrhage. So clearly Rick wants it for energy, but what does he want to do with that energy? Well, most people seem to think that he uses Isotope 322 to power his portal gun, which would make pretty good sense if you think about it. Now, if you take a look at Rick's portal gun, it is the same color of green in the part that appears to be this power supply. But that doesn't exactly mean that it is Isotope 322 in there. It could be a coincidence, as many things in sci-fi movies and shows do glow green. But if we take a closer look at a scene from episode 1 of season 3, Rick Shaker Redemption, we get a better idea of what the actual power source for the portal gun is. In this scene, Rick is making up a memory to trick the Federation so the events of it are never actually happened, but that doesn't mean that everything we see is fully false. So it could mean that some of the details in this memory that are made up are in fact real. So, in this memory, we see a very early version of Rick's portal gun, most likely the first prototype that he ever made work. The big difference is that you can clearly see what appears to be a chunk of Isotope 322 inside the top of it. So you may be wondering, well, why does the newer portal gun not have the same rock-looking thing inside of it? Well, that's a good question. My thought on this is that because Isotope 322 is so rare, Rick came up with a way to refine the rocks into a more liquid-like state in order to draw more power from it more efficiently, therefore expanding the life of the battery and the portal gun exponentially. It would also save Rick a ton of time and effort having to track down more of the isotope because the batteries lasted longer, he didn't need as much of it, and he didn't need to track it down as often. We also know of at least one more use Rick has for Isotope 322, and that appears to be either powering his car or at least his car's weapons. We were recently shown a pre-episode intro to the upcoming episode called Rest and Rick Relaxation, where we can clearly see Rick plugging in a box of Isotope 322 into his car in order to use the car's lasers to escape whoever is chasing them. Now, this could potentially be very interesting because if Rick did in fact switch his car to be powered by Isotope 322, then that means he is no longer using the microverse battery that we saw in Season 2 with Zeep and his entire universe inside of it. Rick may have known that Zeep would immediately start working on figuring out a way of escaping the battery, since of course that is what Rick would have done in his position, and they are basically the same person. And he couldn't take that chance of Zeep escaping the battery and coming and killing him, so he probably just destroyed the battery and opted to power his car with Isotope 322, the same as he does with his portal gun. It's a pretty cool theory there. Like I said, these are just theories. I could be completely wrong on all of this, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens in the rest of Season 3 to fully find out. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section. I would love to hear your guys' take on all of this. Do you guys have any other ideas on this? What could possibly be powering the portal gun, or maybe his car, or his lasers, all that kind of stuff. Love to hear and get a conversation going with you guys. But that's all I have for today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. If you guys did, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps me out. Also, like I said earlier, be sure to be subscribed for more Rick and Morty content in your sub boxes daily. All theories and analysis coming for Season 3 up. Very excited for that. Also, if you guys haven't already, please check out some of my previous theories and my Rick and Morty playlist. Links in the end slate and description. But until next time, guys, remember that it's always KMACK time somewhere. Until then, guys, take it easy and peace out.